Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Iron Oak Sawmill. On our way out to a tree job. Just myself today. Going to go work with the tree crew, the same ones that worked in the yard the other day. If I can make this work out, I'll grab some footage and we'll try to put a video together out of it today. If not, I'm going to be too busy and it's better off to stay safe. I'm going to be hauling some logs home today for firewood and maybe some mill logs. We'll see what happens.
Okay, as it turns out, I was running the rigging lines most of the day, so it wasn't much time for video footage, but you can see the firewood logs piling up. Skid steer making it easy to load them up, and the chipper truck close by for a short drag of any branches. Got about a 40-foot spar standing here ready to come down. 32, 36 inch at the base. Nice couple of logs coming off the bottom of this tree. Unfortunately, they were going to the neighbor. He's going to have them milled up. What we're going to end up getting is the top half of this, but you can see Dave from Wood Guy Tree Service there at the top. He's getting it rigged up. He's going to be getting a line on it over to a winch that's on a neighboring tree and have this thing pulled off in the right direction.
MS 650 with a 36-inch bar, in case you're wondering. Dropping this black oak in the red oak family. And we are one house there, one house through the trees over there. The drop zone. Maple there. Hickory here. So this was the job for today. I didn't get a whole lot of footage, guys. It's not the best thing to do to be messing around with the camera when you're working on a ground crew. A lot of safety issues involved. You gotta stay aware of what's going on constantly. I can film this now because I'm staring directly at him. I know what's going on. So when you're swinging branches out of a tree, especially this close to houses, you definitely want to be careful. You'll see just convinced it to stay off of the house. Follow that rope down. Got it set up on a winch system. Attach to that tree there. I am leaving the drop zone. Getting the wedges out. It does have a lean towards the house here on my left. So we have the winch pulling slightly off to the right, my right. And you notice he's wedging it on the side to push it away from the house. The house behind it over there, not really an issue. And we want to get it down between these trees. We might lose a branch off one of the trees. Homeowner's good with that, so. I have my escape route behind me if needed, and I'm not even cutting it or pulling on it, so. Alright. Sorry guys, not the best shot of the cut being done, but back to wide angle, I think this is it. See any movement just yet? A little bit of movement with the last wedge. The bird just landed on it. Alright. Banging some wedges in. Get a little bit of movement. There we go. One more step back. There we go.
Just before we dropped this, the three of us were estimating where the end of this trunk was going to hit the ground. So what I did was place a water bottle on the ground, and if you watch closely on the video, you'll see that water bottle come shooting out. So it's pretty darn close on that guess.
There we go. Nailed that water bottle. There we go. Where was my water bottle at? Everybody, our day of collecting firewood and working with the tree service was cut short. We did get this load home. I hauled it home with the 250. As I pulled up in front of the driveway, let me show you what happened. This right here, power steering fluid. Blew my high pressure power steering line. Just as I stopped in front of the house and cranked the steering to back into the driveway to get the trailer to back in, I actually heard it pop, and then my steering got real tight. And that's what happens. So here we are under the hood of the Ford. We got our air cleaner to the turbo tube off. We got our intercooler tube off. We are down in there right here. Power steering pump, power steering line, the high pressure line. This is the low pressure return. High pressure line comes in right there. You see that little shiny spot right there. Near the tip of my finger. That is where the fitting just blew right out of there. The threaded part stayed in. The center of the fitting just blew out with the hose and sprayed power steering fluid all over. One of the other neat things that happens when you lose this boost system, you lose your brakes. They're tied together. So luckily I backed into the driveway, didn't realize the brake loss until after I went to move the truck from in front of the trailer. So Ford gets a visit on Monday where I pick up a new pressure line, replace that one. Hopefully the pump doesn't start making a bunch of noise along with it. I didn't drive it other than backed it in the driveway and then moved it from in front of the trailer. So I don't think I have any trouble with the power steering pump. So I'm going to replace that line. If I have to take it out, I have to take it out. It doesn't look too difficult to get to. The intercooler tube, that blue tube, that was about the hardest thing to get out of there. So it shouldn't be a problem. But, whoops. There we go. But, was this worth it? You know what? I found out hauling a small load of this stuff rather than hauling a big load of logs. So, and it happened right here. It couldn't happen at a better place. If it was going to happen here. If I had been coming down some of the hills here and popped that line and lost my brakes, would have been depending on the trailer brakes. That's no good. We would have been able to stop. I would have had both feet mashing that pedal to the floor in the truck and that slider all the way over to try to get me stopped. But we'll get the Ford back online. We just got it back. I had it in for, thought I had a leaky rear main seal. Turns out the high pressure oil pump was leaking. One O-ring, boom, fixed. So that one I wasn't sure where that was going. I thought it was the oil pan or the rear main seal. There was no way I was going to try to tackle that in the driveway. And mechanic said, let me check a few things for you. And found out it was an O-ring, 30-cent O-ring. Boom, fixed. So a little bit of time for him, a couple of dollars for parts for me, and it was back online. Because to do the oil pan in these for the 7.3 diesel, you have to pull the motor essentially. To do it right, you have to pull the trans out the back, pull the motor out, flip it over, and do it right. If you're going to do it right. That's the way I always look at it. But that would have been in the thousands. Yes, the truck is worth it. The motor is going to last me as long as I need it to last. All I got to do is keep bolting parts to the outside of it, but the motor will keep running. My biggest fear right now probably is the transmission. 235,000 miles. I think we're due for another transmission eventually. So let me see what else. I think that's about it, folks. But got cut short. Maybe a half cord of wood. So unfortunately, all the saw logs went to the neighbor. But possibility, I'll get the mill job because I gave him a cart. He was going to mill it with a chainsaw mill. A big waste of wood. Just for boards. So maybe we'll be picking up a mill job. We'll see. In the meantime, Ford getting fixed on Monday. Deb and I are going to work on getting this bucked up and back to the splitter. And we're going to wrap this one up. So, hey, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping out at the channel and supporting us here. Really appreciate it. 22,000 subscribers, and we owe you guys, don't we, Deb? We owe these guys right here, these guys out of here. We owe them a giveaway, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We promised one at 20,000, and we were buried in the kitchen work, and we wanted to get that kitchen done, and it is very close to being done. So we're gonna get that done. We're gonna do our giveaway then. But I had to get that done first because actually we're just gonna shoot it in there at the dining room table, and the wall's not there yet, so we want to get that done. But everybody's been supporting the channel. Thank you very much. If you want to check us out on Instagram, we do have an Instagram account, iron_oak_sawmill, and on Facebook, Iron Oak Sawmill. So follow us there as well. And that's about it. Working on the Ford. All right, everybody. Thanks again for stopping out. If you have any questions about what we're doing here at the mill, any questions about this Ford, I'm not a Ford fan, but I need the diesel, and it's a better one. It's the best one you're gonna get, so in my book. Any questions about the Ford, any questions about the sawmill or anything that's going on here, put it down in the comment section. Be glad to help you out. And as always, with my beautiful assistant Deborah back here, see if I can get her in here. There we are.
Hi.
Like to thank everybody for stopping out, and we'll see you at her next time.